what started to happen with me, just this ability to have like a prophetic insight. The only way I know how to describe what is often used as as an umbrella term of prophecy or words of knowledge, it's like a memory. So like however you would describe having a memory is, that's how I would describe what it feels like for me whenever I'm starting to get an impression about someone. It's like I'm having their memory. And so this was the most random thing. I was out on Fry Street in Denton, Texas. We did that. Many of us that were on staff, we did that for a while. And so yeah, we would share with people, share our testimonies, pray with people, things like that. And when I noticed something begin to happen that was very weird, my friend Josh Yates, who I went through the program with, he's a really awesome guy. He was definitely evangelist. I think people that have that gift can begin talking, and people just listen. He would stop groups of people, and it was interesting. You would watch just whole groups of people would just turn and just be captured. It was just, he had this way, and I was like, I felt like that's what a gift of evangelism, the actual someone who holds that office, described in Ephesians chapter 4, like someone that has that mantle on them. Like they just have the ability to have people's attention. So I use that to my advantage. Josh would usually kind of reel people in, and I would just stand there and just kind of take opportunities if I could share whatever or pray for someone. But this one guy, he got this one guy's attention. He was a music artist, I guess, someone that was trying to kind of hit it big in the music scene. He was a hip hop artist. He went by the name of Prime. He was real boisterous, real loud, having a good time out on Fry Street. It was like Saturday night. And Josh, from the hood, spent a lot of time in prison, so he was able to kind of chop it up with that guy, and they were talking. And I'm listening to him, and all of a sudden, the guy's real name was Marvin. All of a sudden, I had this impression that he was out having a good time because he just got out of a really difficult relationship. Like he had had a breakup with a girlfriend or something like that. And so this was the most random thing. I didn't know what to do, but I just felt like I should say something. I said, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" He said, "Sure, man, what's up?" I said, "Did you just come out of a really difficult relationship? Did you just break up with someone and you're out here having a good time?" He was like, "How do you know that?" I said, "I don't know. I mean, you just kind of look like a guy that just went through a lot of really hard stuff, and maybe with some girl you were with, and now you're out here partying." And he was like, yeah, man. And Josh was like, "Hey, can we pray for you?" So we started praying for this guy. And as we're in prayer, I started sensing something else. This was the most bizarre thing to me because I'd never experienced anything like this before. I didn't even know how to describe it or what to call it. But while we're praying for him, I literally, I guess in my spirit, like again, that feeling of a memory of two older brothers who locked him. Like there was this house with like kind of a narrow hallway with like, a bathroom, a bedroom here, a bedroom at the end of the hallway, but this hallway and like a closet, and they were like beating him up, and they dragged him into the closet. Like I saw him like holding onto the frames and then like kicking him, pushing him into the closet, and then like closing the door and then like barring the door and beating on the door. And I got the impression too that like it wasn't like, haha, that was funny, after 5 minutes, like left him there. That was the impression, like he had been there. And so as we're praying, I just was like, "Hey, so as we're praying, I feel like I need to say that there was this moment when you were young, and I think you went through some abuse with your older brothers." and they beat you up and locked you in a closet. The guy, like in the moment as I said that, he looked at me, and then I felt like what God wanted to say to him in that moment was, you don't have to be afraid of being in the dark, and you don't have to be afraid of the world shutting you out. And the look on his face, and he started to get super emotional, super uncomfortable. I mean, we're on Fry Street on a Saturday night, so I mean, there's lots going on. And he went, how do you know that? And so then it was just, I think just kind of an opportunity to be like, God knows you, sees you. You were never really alone in that moment. But I think you need to hear that there has been now in your life this defining factor that you must prove to the world that you're not going to be shut out. That there is something in you that seeks to prove to everyone and to the whole world that you matter and you won't be kept away. And I think I said to him, and I think much of your insecurity in regards to that has caused you to be so focused on your career with music that's the reason why your girlfriend broke up with you, because it was getting in the way of your relationship with her. And at this point, I remember Josh and a couple of guys that were with me were just like, I remember when we all got in the van and just kind of being out there, we all experienced our own amazing things. And it was kind of like the disciples coming back after ministering with joy, right?